Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at the Recovery Track Mount from Yakima that's made to fit in the T-slot of our sidebar for our truck bed rack or even on our HD bar. Now this is going to be a great way to mount your recovery tracks to your truck bed rack so it doesn't take up any more space on the inside of your cab or even on the inside of your bed for those times where you may need a little extra grip to get unstuck from the mud or snow or anything like that. The heavy duty straps are going to be great for securing your recovery tracks, and depending on the size you have, you see we have pretty small recovery tracks on our setup right now, but depending on the size you may be able to put up to 4 recovery tracks on this mount. That being said, you can also spread out the mount. You see right now we have it set to the spread we want to secure our current recovery tracks, but if you got a larger set, you can spread them out more in order for the straps to secure your tracks properly. Now we'll go ahead and remove the recovery track so we can get a better look at the mounts. The mounts are made out of a durable molded plastic to serve as a base to hold your recovery tracks, and then you strap them down. Now it's also going to have a max weight capacity of 35 pounds, so just be sure to double check to make sure you don't exceed that capacity. It's going to install using 3 Allen bolts on each mount. It's going to have a T-slot adapter on the inside of our T-track, and then you tighten them down. They're pretty secure on our side rail. Now, while we have them set up on our side rails right now that are attached to our truck bed rack, you can also use them for your HD bars. Now, if you do use them with your HD bars, you want to make sure you have a crossbar spread between 20 and 35 inches. It'll mount flush to your bar, whether you have a side rail or on the HD bar, and it's not going to take up any space on the other side, so you can still use that T-slot that's on the other side of our side rail. Even when it's empty, it's going to have a low profile look, only sitting about 3/4 of an inch off of our bar, so it's not going to take up too much space. Now that we've gone over those features, let's show you how it installs. It's a pretty quick and easy installation. We've got half of it installed right now. I'll go ahead and show you how to assemble it and get it installed. So right here we have our 3 bolts. We're going to need to put our lock washers on first, and then these little oval shaped washers, we'll put those on as well. Now we'll just go ahead and put our straps on the other half of our mount. Now I know that I'm going to want my buckle right there to be on the bottom, so I'm going to go ahead, and what we're going to do is come from behind, stick that bracket through, and we're going to lay it flat like so and pull on it. And you want to make sure that it's coming from around the strap is, so that it's pulling and giving you a secure fit. And we'll do the same for this strap. Again, come from behind, lay it flat. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 of these Allen bolts into this oval slot right here. It has the 4 notches, that's how you know the difference. And then we're going to put 1 in that slot right there. So once we put 1 in, we'll go ahead and take our little metal bracket and we're just going to thread it on just a little bit. We don't want it too tight because then it won't be big enough to fit into the T-slot on our sidebar. There we go, we'll leave it like that. And then do the next 2 the same way. Now we need to put our T-slot mounts into our T-slot. This could get a bit tricky, but just take your time. We're just going to make sure that it's lined up correctly. And you may have to feel around or just maybe get some extra light if that helps. But you need to make sure that it's horizontal so it can go in the mount correctly. I'll sometimes push on the screw so it flattens out the mount. And then we got the first one. We'll get the second one now. There we go. And then the third one. You want to make sure your strap doesn't get in the way. There we go. Now before we tighten anything down, we want to make sure that we get the correct spread to make sure our boards will fit perfectly on there. So now we have it in the right place, we'll go ahead and tighten down all our bolts with the included tool. Now we can get our recovery tracks up on our mount. In my opinion, the easiest way to do it if you're by yourself is to go ahead and just feed that strap through our buckle just a little bit on both sides. And then rather than having to hold it up there while you try to get the recovery tracks strapped down, you can just hold it, and then instead of having to get the strap through the buckle while holding it up there, we're just going to pull up on it so it secures. We'll do that for both sides. Once we have them both secure, we'll just bring straps down onto the hook and loop fasteners. And now you're ready to hit the road. That's going to do it for our look at the Yakima Recovery Track Mount for our HD sidebars.